Another top story for you today. Why are drones popping up in the night sky? From here all the way to South Jersey, hundreds of thousands of people are asking that very same question, including some powerful politicians who also don't know what's happening. NBC 10's Mary Marcos is standing by with a closer look at how two local men just found themselves in trouble for flying a drone. But let's start with Eli Rosenberg, who's live for us right now with the details on the mystery that, Eli, truly so many people just can't seem to get enough of.
Yeah, definitely a lot of talk about this one over the weekend and again today. Popularity in these drones have soared sky high in recent years, but flying them also comes with a lot of responsibility, as we found out today, as state, local, federal officials all racing to determine what exactly is going on here.
There are our little friends, the drone.
Lindsay Muto still can't believe what she saw flying high above her Harwich home this past weekend.
Those are all drones.
Muto whipping out her phone in disbelief.
What the heck are they? They're all over the place. There's another one.
I don't know if I was scared, but definitely like, this isn't right.
It is not just the Cape. Liam Connor shooting this in Boston looking south.
They looked like kind of like floating fireballs in the sky.
These local sightings come amid a spike along the East Coast. Governor Maura Healey saying state police continue to work with local and federal investigators to determine what is going on.
Obviously, it's a concern.
Harold H. Shaw is Chief Security Officer for Massport and says when it comes to keeping Logan Airport safe, drones are a worry. The NBC 10 investigators reviewing FAA data and finding from January to September of this year, there have been nearly 1,300 drone sightings in the U.S., 32 of which were in Massachusetts.
Very, concerned about any catastrophic impact to any aircraft in the sky, any potential impact in terms of our aviation operations across the airfield.
These things have just proliferated like crazy.
Hillary Farber, a UMass law professor and expert in drones and unmanned aircraft, says these sightings strike at the core of people's sense of privacy.
I completely understand why people feel anxious about this perception that their privacy is being intruded upon.
These are one of the drones that we use as part of our news gathering today. Used quite a bit throughout the course of investigating and doing our stories. And there's a lot of responsibility that comes with flying these, including registering through an app. And you have to avoid restricted airspace like.
Eli, thank you. We want to bring in NBC 10's Mary Marcos. She's live in Dorchester. You saw Eli showing us what that drone that we use looked like. Now, Mary, we've just heard that there are two local men who are facing charges because they're accused of flying their drone too close to Logan. They were in court today. Tell us what happened.
Well, that's right. And a not guilty plea was entered on their behalf. And as it turns out, Logan isn't the only airport that was dealing with a drone incident over the weekend. Authorities are investigating two drone incidents at two different airports.
They were in a hazardous zone, very close proximity to Logan Airport.
32-year-old Jeremy Fulchik of Bridgewater and 42-year-old Robert Duffy of Charlestown were flying the drone from inside the decommissioned health campus on Long Island, part of the Boston Harbor Islands.
That drone was found inside a backpack inside of that abandoned building.
My client is a building enthusiast. Quite frankly, if this was 2 months ago, this probably would have been guys, you shouldn't be filming here and it wouldn't be a big issue.
Their Saturday night arrest comes as dozens of people across Massachusetts post videos resembling the drones that have been seen flying around New Jersey in recent weeks. Carly Parker saw them near her home on the Cape.
It just seems like something nobody has seen before. The orbs of light are definitely not drones. But everybody keeps referring to them as drones, I think, to make us more comfortable.
Meanwhile, another drone was found in the airfield of Nantucket's Memorial Airport Sunday. The FAA is investigating.
If a drone comes into contact with an aircraft, it could damage the aircraft. And, of course, the aircrafts have people on them. And so that's a huge concern. Really, you're talking about lives there.
NBC 10 photojournalist Tony Sabato, a licensed drone pilot, says people need to follow the FAA's strict guidelines to avoid ending up in court like the two men at Logan.
Officers then notified the FAA as well as the Logan traffic control that they saw this aircraft. They took down an incident. I believe they're working on something on their end federally, potentially.
Now, both men were ordered to stay away from Boston's Long Island and not to fly any drones. They're due back here in court in February. Live in Dorchester, Mary Marcos, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, Mary, thank you.